Solo thoughts.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eeryt Solo Thoughts. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to 18 toxic tweets. If I agree with the tweet, it gets a green check mark. If I disagree with the tweet, it gets a red X. Let's get it. Finally done with my toxic relationship for good this time. We met up one last time and I just realized I deserve so much more. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, because it's a lot of people in today's age, social media era I like to call it, glorifying toxic relationships. So I'm proud of this person that finally realized, you know what? Being in a toxic relationship is not the move. Healthy relationships is what everyone should strive for. So this one gets a green check mark. Tweet number 2. I really feel like if you in a toxic relationship after 21, you just done for real. Hey, I agree with that. At some point in your life, you gotta come to your senses like, okay, toxic relationships is not it. And at a certain age, you should come to understanding like that's not what type of relationship you should strive for. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they love them toxic relationships. So, you know, when you 21, you're an adult. You can buy alcohol. You can buy, you could do all these adult things. So you should know that toxic relationships is just a huge no. So I'm going to give this one a green check. This one is correct. I like this one. Tweet number 3. Coming from a traumatic, toxic relationship to a healthy one is a change I never knew I really needed. So what I have now is a true blessing. Y'all know I've waited so long to be treated right. So lucky, the best feeling ever. Oh, I love this one. This is a good one. This is a good one. This woman, or dang, this person, I should say, went from being in a toxic relationship. She was able to get out of the relationship and get in a healthy relationship. That is a true blessing. Let me read that one more time. Coming from a traumatic, toxic relationship to a healthy one is a change I never knew I really needed. To what I have now is a true blessing. Y'all know I've waited so long to be treated right. So lucky, the best feeling ever. See, I love hearing stuff like this, though. Finally, somebody that's not glorifying a toxic relationship. I'm sick and tired of hearing people glorify toxic relationships, especially this young generation. Y'all look up to toxic relationships. Not all of you guys, but it's a good portion of y'all that clap on and celebrate toxic relationships. So this one gets a green check automatically. This is a good one. Next tweet. What most women need to learn is to take accountability. It's very toxic to assume that women are always right, and it's causing you healthy relationships. The day a woman learns to say, it's my fault, I'm sorry, is the day relationships will function again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's read that last part. This is vital. The day a woman learns to say, it's my fault, accountability, I'm sorry, is the day relationships will function again. And this is a woman. This is a woman who tweeted this. So that just goes to say something. Women, you guys have to start taking accountability for your actions. Stop always blaming the man for things going wrong in a relationship. That's not cool. If you know you did something wrong, own up to that. Stop blaming everything on the man. Yeah, men mess up, we mess up, but you can't put everything on the man, especially if you know you did wrong and you trying to make yourself look good. That's not right. So this get a green check mark. I like this one. Next one. Wanting a toxic relationship will never effing make sense to me. Y'all MFs say that until you actually experience it and are left traumatized. I'm saying, y'all just be all talk. Y'all be like, oh yeah, toxic relationship. I need him to be toxic. Oh yeah, I like that toxic. It's social media. Y'all on social media too much, and it's killing y'all mind. It's destroying y'all mind. Y'all thinking these toxic relationships is beautiful. For example, like Blueface and Krishan Rock. What do you see them doing? Fighting, breaking up, getting back together, fighting, breaking up, getting back together. How could you value that? Tell me that. I need answers. I really want to know what is so special about a toxic relationship. Is it something that I'm missing? Is it something that's going on in a toxic relationship that I don't know about? If it is, let me know. I really want to get to the bottom of this. So this one gets a green check mark. I like this one. Next tweet. If a woman is in a relationship and she feels the need to party in the clubs, that's a toxic behavior. A woman should only care about her man's attention, not going to the club to be around other men. No man should allow his girlfriend to treat him this way. I agree with that. If you in a relationship, you shouldn't be going out to clubs like every weekend. In this case, this person is talking about women going to the club. So, woman, you should be spending time with your boyfriend or your husband. Or if you married, you shouldn't even be going to the club. But your boyfriend, spending time with him. Why are you going to the club? You know, you getting tipsy. Now you dancing. Dudes coming up to you. You see where that lead to? You know, you gotta be smart. You gotta know what you're doing. You know, if you want your relationship to keep going strong and he can trust you, you can't be going out to the club and, you know, twerking and doing all this crazy stuff. You just can't be doing that. So I give this one a green check. I like this one too. Next one. A relationship without arguments is probably more toxic than constant fighting. At least issues get addressed when you argue. Let me read that one more time. A relationship without arguments is probably more toxic than constant fighting. So you saying it should be arguments in a relationship. At least issues get addressed when you argue. Well, I don't condone neither arguing and fighting, but I understand when you're in a relationship, there's gonna be disagreements. So, y'all gotta just get through those disagreements. This tweet right here, I'm like in the middle about it. I don't know what to give it. I can't leave it in the middle. I guess I have to give it a red X. I'm sorry. First red X so far. Next tweet. Being in a toxic relationship is no better than being single. What? Are you serious? What? That makes no sense. Let me tell you why. When you're single, you're free. You get to do whatever you want. You know, focus on yourself. You know, fulfill your dreams, your goals. And just become the best you. And work on yourself to prepare yourself for a relationship. So how could you sit up there and compare a toxic relationship and being single basically on the same level? That just makes no sense to me. In a toxic relationship, constant arguing, fighting, it might be cheating, lying. So how could you sit up there and say that's at the same level of being single? I feel like when you're single, you're at peace. You don't gotta answer to nobody. You don't gotta check in. You don't gotta worry about arguing, fighting, none of that. So for you to just put them two on the same level, a toxic relationship, and being single, heck no. I'm sorry, this one get an X for sure. Next tweet. People are stuck in toxic relationships because they are afraid to be alone. I don't 100% agree with that, but I'm gonna say why I do agree with that a little bit. Why I do agree with it a little bit. There are some people that are in a relationship, and the person that they with, they really care about, they really love, and they don't want to be by themselves. They want to be with that person, and they just hoping that that person change and become a better person so the relationship could be healthy. So that's why I feel like a lot of people in toxic relationships, they stay in the relationship hoping the next person gets better. That's one reason why I think a person that's in a toxic relationship wouldn't leave a relationship. But that's not 100% true, you know. People are stuck in toxic relationships because they're afraid to be alone. Nah. So I'm gonna have to give this one an X. I'm sorry. Next tweet. If you have been in 1 to 2 toxic relationships, it was likely due to who you were dating. If you have been in multiple toxic relationships, it's likely you that is the problem. This is another one of those where I kind of agree and I kind of don't agree. I don't agree because let's say the people that you getting with, the first person you got with, that person didn't start off as toxic, but in time with that person, you seen their toxic traits come out, but you wasn't expecting that because when you first met that person and got to know that person, they wasn't toxic. So that's why I disagree with that. And it could be the same thing with the next person. Bam, you broke up with that first person. You're like, oh dang, I broke up with that person because they was toxic. And bam, let's say a year later, you get in another relationship. And in the beginning, the person is cool. They're not toxic. And then over time, things start going on in their life and they start developing toxic traits. Now you're like, dang, this is starting to be a cycle. So, you know, sometimes it don't be like that where you are looking for toxic relationships. Sometimes you jump in a relationship and that person becomes toxic. And that's sad. You can't control what people do. You can't control people's actions. So I'm gonna have to give that one an X. It's up and down, but I'm sorry, I gotta give that one an X. Next tweet. Sorry, I ain't used to healthy relationship. I'm used to the toxic ones. It's all I know. Wait, see, I'm kind of confused on this one. I don't know if this person is saying that they want a healthy relationship or they want to stay in a toxic relationship. Because it's not really much more details besides what it says. Sorry, I ain't used to healthy relationships. I'm used to the toxic ones. It's all I know. Maybe this person needs to leave the toxic relationship. Stop seeking toxic people to get in a relationship with. And work on yourself. Stop going after these toxic people. Stay single. Work on yourself and get yourself in a healthy relationship. These toxic relationships, they ain't nothing. That's all I want to say. So, because this one doesn't provide details saying if this person wants to get in a healthy relationship or they love toxic relationships. So, I'm going to have to give this one a red X. I'm sorry. Next tweet. I need me another toxic relationship. See, I'm not too sure about this one. I don't know if this person is being serious or they just trolling. But from a serious standpoint, if they being serious, this is what I'm talking about. In today's age, people glorify toxic relationships. They love the cheating, the breaking up, the getting back together, the abuse. Some, I'm not saying all. And They just love that confrontation. They love negativity. And that's weird saying that somebody would love negativity. But you got people out there in this world that love confrontation. They love to fight to make up. And that's just whack to me. That's whack to me. That's how people develop trauma. That's how people, become depressed, suicidal thoughts, all that. Because of these toxic relationships. You're not alone. You can get out of this toxic relationship. There's a other side. Healthy relationships. That's going to free your mind up and have you thinking way better than what you was when you was in that toxic relationship. So this is going to have to be a big X. Next tweet. This generation normalized cheating, toxic and unhappy relationships, and I don't want that. Man, I 100% agree. Like most of these tweets I reacted to, I was saying, in today's age, the social media era, a lot of people are glorifying toxic relationships. So it's nice to see that this person is not with it. This person's not with it. They like, nah, y'all can have them toxic relationships. Y'all can cheat on each other and be unhappy and miserable in a relationship. I want me a healthy relationship where we communicate, where we make each other smile, we support each other. That's a healthy relationship right there. So I agree 100% with this. So this gets a green check. Next tweet. You can't be in a relationship with me and still make others feel like they got a chance with you. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a toxic trait right there. Let's say a woman, she got a boyfriend, committed relationship, and she like teasing with other dudes, like they got a chance. That's toxic. It's like you trying to make your boyfriend jealous. Like he got to compete with other people when y'all already in a committed relationship. That's not cool. So, man, if you get it with a woman like that, where she trying to toy with you, she playing with you, giving other men attention, man, that is your light bulb to dip before it get worse. So, I 100% agree with this. We're going to give this one a green check. Next tweet. When you let go of toxic relationships, you make room for the right people to come into your life and the blessings to flow abundantly. Woo! That has to be one of the best ones. That has to be one of the best ones. I like this tweet right here. We're going to read it one more time. When you let go of toxic relationships, you make room for the right people to come into your life and the blessings to flow abundantly. That is 100% true. You leave all that negativity, like I said, the cheating, the abuse, the narcissistic person that you was with, the leading on, the mind games. When you leave all that behind, you free. Your mind is free. Who wants to be in a relationship like that, where you got to deal with that every single day? Imagine being with somebody and let's say y'all don't live with each other. You texting this person that you with. They don't text you back, but they hop on Instagram. You see them posting stories on Instagram and they toying. They toying with your mind. You blowing their phone up. They still ain't answering. You blowing them up the next day. Finally they answer. That's a toxic trait right there. So y'all gotta be careful who y'all pick to be in a relationship with. That's all I'm saying. So this is 100% getting a green check. Next tweet. Yes, toxic relationships are hard, but do you know what else is hard? Your first healthy relationship after a toxic one. No one talks about how hard it is to unlearn all the toxic behaviors you adapted as coping mechanisms. how hard it is to convince yourself that you are safe now. Oh, I agree with that, because let's say all you know is toxic. That's all you know is toxic. And you finally get out of that relationship and you so fearful of the next relationship that you get in. It might be toxic. You know, that could take a toll on somebody's mind. So y'all just gotta be careful and take time to yourself when you get out of a toxic relationship. If you have to, go seek some professional help. Get your mind right, you know. Don't jump into another relationship. Don't jump into another relationship. That would be the biggest mistake you ever will make. Is jumping into another relationship after you got out of a toxic relationship. That's going to damage both of you guys. So don't do that. So I give this one a green check. That's 100% true. Next tweet. You'll think it's a lie when they say women like toxic guys, guys who are already in a relationship, and guys who treat them like HE double hockey sticks. Hey, I totally agree with that. There are women like that. I'm telling you. There are women like that who go after men that are in marriages, knowing they married, and they still trying to get with the man. They trying to sleep around with him. That's not cool. Karma is a thing. I tell you guys, karma is a thing. You know somebody in a relationship, you should walk away automatically. Ain't no how long y'all start asking questions. No. If that person say they in a relationship, don't even entertain the idea of trying to be the side chick. That's not cool. So 100% agree with this. This gets a green check. Next tweet. I think this is the last one. If you are not better single, you won't be better in a relationship. Don't go around traumatizing people with your toxic traits. Preaching. I like that one. You should always be better single, you know. Be the best you. I always say that. If you're not the best you while you being single, you got time. You got time to work. You got a lot of work to do. So don't jump into a relationship and you're not the best you while you're single, because that's going to be a disaster waiting to happen once you get in that relationship. And that's super toxic. That's not fair to the next person that you get with. You know, you knowing you damaged and you jump in a relationship like, you know what, I'm damaged. I'm going to make the next person I get with damaged too. They going to have to suffer with me. That's not cool. That's the wrong mentality to have. And that is very toxic. So, hey, I'm giving this a green check. I 100% agree with that. Hey, that's the end. But name of the game. Being toxic is not cool. So I will hope that y'all that are in toxic relationships, leave them, because it's going to take a toll on you over time. It's going to mess up your mind mentally. But that's all I got for you guys. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe for more videos like this. Until next time, I'm gone. Peace.